Martin Shkreli, the chief executive of Turing Pharmaceuticals, he's been called before the U.S. Senate about his price gouging scheme. Senators Susan Collins and Claire McCaskill, they've requested of Shkreli that he appear before the Special Senate Committee on Aging to explain why he jacked up prices overnight for Daraprim. Turing isn't the only pharmaceutical company being investigated by this group. I want to point out, Jose, there are 3 others, including the FDA, and their role in offering generic drugs versus giving these, approvals. What do you make of this committee?
I mean, it's fine. It was about time, and I think that the only thing that we can thank this guy, Shkreli, is the fact that he blew this story so big, and with him, the other 3 companies that did the same take this drug off patent and then immediately increase the price by the hundreds. Enough traction for Congress to pay attention and call for this bipartisan hearing, although, Margaret, we know that the issue is not bipartisan at all.
Not at all. In fact, a spokesperson for House Democrats actually sent a letter to House Republicans saying, please back the hell off. We don't care if you don't want to investigate Big Pharma. Just don't stop us from doing it. I'm paraphrasing this letter that they sent primarily to Jason Chavez, who didn't respond to the letter, of course, but Republican from Utah. He's been known to sort of block these types of investigations. I want to point out that the 3 companies, when the Senate requests of you to be there, you can plead the 5th. You don't have to give the information. You have that right under American law, but they do have to show up. I can't imagine being requested to be hauled before a Senate committee and answer for why you're ripping off the American people.
I mean, again, hopefully this will send a strong signal to the pharmaceutical companies. And now, the Congress is not the only front where these people are being fought. Also, we know the case of Impremis. We reported here at the Leap, this San Diego-based company that decided that they could fight the other way, and they created a compounded version of the same drug that Shkreli tried to sell for $750 a pill. Now they're offering this compounded version for $1 a pill. So we know that there is a way for these pharmaceutical companies to make these drugs accessible to those who can't pay. But yet we see that some of the big pharma that has big pockets and big lobbyists and can send this message to Republicans and say, please, I'm going to keep supporting your campaigns, but help me block, help me delay the investigations, the hearings, and the regulations so we can keep profiting. The reason is that the drug development is very expensive, that they need this profit, these high profits to maintain the research, to create the new generation of drugs. But at the same time, we all know that the bottom line is the only important part of their plan.
That's right, and Daraprim is primarily taken by infants, the elderly, and AIDS patients, so very vulnerable groups of society that they're ripping off. I want to point out what Senator McCaskill said regarding these subpoenas that she issued from her office. Some of the recent actions we've seen in the pharmaceutical industry with corporate acquisitions followed by dramatic increases in the prices of pre-existing drugs have looked little more than price gouging. So she's calling out specifically Shkreli along with other companies and saying, why are you ripping off the American people? They have to appear December the 9th in front of her committee.
Hopefully they'll get a whooping.
We're going to be watching. Let us know what you think about this story in the comments below, about the Senate opening up a can of whoop-ass, as my colleague so eloquently pointed out. Also about these companies and should the laws be reformed and changed to cap drug companies being able to rip off the American people. Let us know what you think in the comments below. While you're at it, be sure to check out the rest of our channel and, of course, subscribe to the Lip TV for more.